Hey, greetings. I was hoping that today we could talk about a certain aspect of the government shutdown, and whether this is a politics as normal moment or this is something different. We've all noticed that as soon as the government shutdown happened, the Democrats and the Republicans immediately tried to blame each other for the shutdown. This rhetorical strategy, obviously very popular in American politics. It's seen, it's used as a way, I guess, to get your political opponents to be forced to take action that they don't want to take because they're getting blamed for an unpopular policy or piece of legislation or whatever. And so the same logic seems to be being applied here on both sides. The idea of whoever ends up taking the blame for the government shutdown is going to lose, and they're going to have to either negotiate or vote for something they don't want to vote for. And I guess so my question is, like, are we really in that kind of moment? And because here's the thing, like, I think a lot of us were waiting for the congressional Democrats to show some kind of leadership in relationship to the sort of authoritarian takeover of the government. Definitely Democrats, like at the state level, like Democratic states attorney generals had been filing lawsuits against like the Trump executive orders. So we know that at that level there are Democrats doing important work, but the congressional Democrats didn't seem to be very strong. You had like individuals out there saying good things, but obviously, like when the first continuing resolution got voted on, Chuck Schumer was just like completely rolled over, showed no leadership at all, both in his actions and his words. And now, though, so the first night of the government shutdown, Bernie Sanders, Representative Stansbury, and a bunch of others took to the airwaves and they made the case. They explained why they were doing what they were doing. And their explanation was ethically sound, financially sound, politically sound, and in terms of governance, it was sound. Like, they made a good argument. And they made an argument that a lot of people are going to agree with. But then they went to blame the shutdown on the Republicans. And yes, to the extent that the Republicans didn't really abide by the allocation process, right? Like, obviously, appropriations in the Senate require negotiation, and that's why the 60-vote threshold is there. It's so that a simple majority can't pass really important spending bills, and that there will have to be some kind of compromise. Obviously, the Republicans didn't do that through the appropriations process. They just told the Democrats, this is the bill, we're not going to negotiate with you, you can vote for it or not. So here's the thing, I'm okay, and I wonder what other people think of this, but I'm okay with the oppositional party acting like the oppositional party. And I think rather than I think the government shutdown isn't something that the Democrats should try to blame the Republicans for. I think it's a good piece of politics and a good piece of governance that the Democrats should be taking credit for, because they're standing up to all this authoritarianism and all this blatantly unethical stance regarding spending and health insurance. I mean, health insurance is such a huge part of of us being able to live stable lives, right? And health insurance is just, it's required. Unless you're really wealthy, you have to have insurance. And with people getting kicked off of Medicare, and with the subsidies going away for ACA, this is going to wreak havoc on millions of American families. So it seems to me that the Democrats should be taking credit for being a wrench in the works, for stopping the Republicans from doing what they're doing, and for again, trying to call for a more ethical health insurance, if not system, at least temporary solution. So, what do you think? I mean, is that just silliness, or should it be the blame game, or is there another way of thinking about all this? Anyway, love to hear thoughts. Thanks for watching.